No, a lady and gentlemen. Now it is time to start the class of advanced biomass research. So welcome to this class. As you may know, my name is Yukihiko Matsumura, a professor in the thermal engineering laboratory. I hope you can enjoy what you learn in this class. First of all, I would like to give you the announcement on the schedule of this class. It is quite sudden notice, but today we have a makeup class. As you may know, this class is given by two members. I will be in charge for the first part, and Dr. Kana will be in charge for the other 10. My 5 classes are as shown here. Oh, I'm afraid the date is wrong. But we are learning about variety and availability of biomass resources. And I'll be talking about definition and classification of biomass. And then availability of biomass. Further, biomass composition and biomass energy content. Finally, I will talk about carbon cycle and biomass production. The classes are given on October the 5th, which is today, October 19th, 2 weeks later, and on October 26th. Today, as you know now, is the 3rd period. We have another class in 4th period. So today is double here. Okay? 1 week later, we will not have a class. In another week, we will have another double head, 3rd and 4th period. So, please join the class following this schedule. Well, there might be the possibility that you can join another class because of your curriculum and schedule. In this case, look at that. We have video, which is recording this class. So when you can't come to this class by some reason, please look the video, which is recording the class. Where can you find the video? Well, when you go to the Information Media Center webpage, you know it, right? You know it, right? You know it, right? You will find the button saying BB9. BB9. When you click that, there is a list of the lectures you are taking. And when you click on About Biomass Resources, you will be able to find the video. So when you can't join this class, please follow by the Okay, so today we are talking about definition and classification of biomass. First, let's define biomass. Maybe you are here because you are interested in biomass. So, I believe you know biomass to some extent. So I would like to ask you, what is biomass? So, Mr. Hashimoto, what is biomass?
For example,
Oh, Did you listen? Did you hear? He said, for example, good. But you can see, this is an example, not a definition. When we want to define something, we want to get example, list of examples, and find out what is the common feature. Then maybe it's a good idea to give examples. What is another example of biomass?
Example.
Yes.
It's like the branch.
Branch. Yes. Branch. What is another example? Arch. Good point. Arch. Then what is another example? Sewage. Is sewage biomass? Sewage is the water that is flowing down, right? Is it biomass? Usually not, right? Please, it is not biomass. Then what is it? Another example. Kelp. It's another kind of algae. All right, very good. Then what is another example?
Sewage sludge.
Yes, very good. Sewage is not biomass, but sewage sludge is biomass. What is another example? You have never heard about biomass. Okay, from which country are you? China. In China, there are no biomass. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Okay, what is another? You never heard about biomass. No more example. I'm so shocked. What another example? Food waste, very good. Very good. Food waste. I'm glad to have very good students here, right? So what else?
How about oil comes from the plants?
Ah, plant oil. Very good. Now, what's another example?
Grains.
Great, very good. Very good. Then, what's another example?
That's all.
No more? Oh my gosh, what else?
Sorry, I don't come up with.
You don't come up with anything, right? Anything else? No problem. Wastewater. Wastewater biomass? No. Yeah, tell us. Shochu resin. Very good. Perfect. Shochu resin. Okay. Then what else?
Animal mammal.
Animal mind. Perfect. I'm glad you guys know so much. Animal mind. Yes. And then you don't have biomass in China. What else?
Book.
Book? Book? Is book a biomass?
You can burn it.
You drink?
No.
You read?
No, you can burn it.
Oh, we can buy it.
Burn it.
So, in your idea, what can be burned is biomass.
Yes.
Wow. Very interesting idea. Okay, what else?
Grow algae.
Hydrocarbon fuel?
Hydrocarbon fuel. Hydrocarbon fuel. Hydrocarbon. Very interesting. What else?
Paper mass?
Paper mass. Paper mass. Very interesting. Paper mass. Is it biomass? Maybe. Paper mass. Okay. And then you don't have. What else? What else?
Leaf.
Leaves. Okay, very good. And then what else?
Garbage.
Garbage. Okay, looks like food waste, but garbage. Okay. And then no biomass in China. And book and hydrocarbon anyway. What's next? No.
I don't get any example.
No. What?
I don't know what.
Oh, that's it. Okay, what else?
Fish?
Fish. Very good.
Fish waste. Yeah.
Fish waste, very good. Fish waste. And then, no more. Did you have no more? What else?
Yard.
Yeah? What's yard?
Y-A-R-D.
Yard?
Yeah.
Is yard biomass?
Or human sewage.
A human sewage, okay. Human sewage, human sewage is human. Sometimes we call it night soil. Human matter, right? Yes. And no biomass, no, and what else?
Just, stuff from like forest. When you do the forest work, you need branches and stuff.
Yes, forest leftover, very
Forest
good.
leftover, yes.
Forest leftover, very good. Perfect. No. What else?
Agriculture crop.
Agricultural crops. Okay. Agricultural crops. Perfect. And so which you mean?
It's in everything. Grass. I don't know. It's
Grass! Very
everything.
good. You're right. Grass. Let's go. Grass. Perfect. Got it. It works easy.
I don't know.
What? You don't know anymore?
No.
Looks, you win. What's next?
Next.
Yes.
Uh,
Now you are tired.
yeah. Next. Come on. So many things.
So many things. Yes. Many things.
It's just so hard to. It's everything. You said the human manure, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
waste and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Like leftovers from food production, more like
Oh.
slaughter and stuff.
Okay. Slaughter. Slow down, stop.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course. No, stop. Okay, there are many ideas. You win! You won! Very good. Anyway, these are examples of biomass. This is similar. Maybe we can define this biomass, maybe not. Let's take a look. What is the common feature of biomass? And how can we define biomass? Okay, very good idea.
Carbon.
Carbon. Very good. You're very good. Carbon containing. Perfect. Carbon containing is what contains carbon biomass? It's all that contain by carbon biomass. Let's think about this. Hydrocarbon fuel, right? Petroleum. Is it biomass? Petroleum biomass? Usually no. So, carbon containing, but we have to narrow that concept. What are other common characteristics of this biomass? Solid. Solid. Okay. Is it true? For example, is flat or solid? Oh, no. No. It's a pity. Then what else?
Come from animals or
Very good. Produced by living creatures. Huh? What else? Everything that contains carbon and produced by living creatures, biomass.
Hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. So you think hydrogen gas is biomass?
It's come from. It can produce from biomass.
Can be produced from biomass, yes. But it is not biomass, it's a biomass converted product. What else? So everything that contains carbon and produced by living creatures is biomass. Well, it looks to be one of the good answers. Well, but when you're talking about this kind of thing, for example, when you get antibiotics, you know what it is, right? It is biomass. This is from living creatures. You know, some kind of mold produced, penicillin. It contains carbon, sure. But is it biomass? It's more like medicine. Is it biomass? Maybe not so much. So this is a good idea. This is a good idea. But we want to exclude this kind of thing. From this kind of viewpoint, I would like to propose this. The definition of biomass here in this class is carbon containing. Another word is organic. Organic compounds produced by the activity of living creatures. And I'd like to add one thing, that can be used as fuel or materials.
Of course they will burn.
They are, well, of course, because it is organics. In this way, we can include all these characteristics, but exclude this kind of compound. We also exclude this kind of thing. But why? Why do we want to define in this way? And why do we want to discuss about biomass? Oh, very good. You have idea about that?
Because it's renewable, it's part of the carbon cycle.
Very good. Renewable.
And I guess you can say that petroleum is renewable at a long, very, very long time.
You're right. Actually, maybe it is, but
Yeah, but that's not.
too long. Okay, so it is because it is renewable, we want to use biomass. Do you agree? You basically agree? You agree? You agree? But why? Something renewable is very important.
Yeah, because we don't want to be dependent on fossil fuel and stuff. We need
Oh.
to find other energy sources.
Oh, we do not want to depend on fossil fuels. Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you agree? I know in China they are using large amount of coal. Do you agree? Okay, we don't want to use the fossil fuels. Why?
Because it releases carbon. And by the way, these biomass, they produce carbon as well, but it's part of the carbon recycle process, so it will be used again.
Very good. You know very well. So it looks that the keyword here is the carbon. What is this? Carbon cycle.
Carbon cycle.
Carbon cycle. Carbon cycle. So maybe we should learn about carbon cycle. So, what is carbon cycle? What is a carbon cycle? Oh, so it looks that here's a very good student and alright, that's who doesn't know so much. But okay, then let's please explain. What is carbon cycle?
Like with the photosynthesis. for example.
Photosynthesis. Very good keyword. Photosynthesis. Do you know what photosynthesis is?
In Japanese, 光合成
Japanese. Who can understand Japanese? No one understands Japanese. Only you. Okay. Photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Okay, just one. Who knows photosynthesis? 1, 2. Only 2, 3, 3. Only 3? You don't know. Okay, what is photosynthesis?
The process that plant produce food from taking the carbon from soil and sun itself. They produce their food, they eat, and after that they become food.
Very interesting idea. According to him, photosynthesis is the process of producing food using the carbon from the root and sunshine. Do you agree? No, you don't agree. Okay, but why?
Organic matter uses sunlight,
Yes, sunlight.
carbon from the air. and-
Carbon from the air. Just one. Carbon from the air. Is the carbon in the air? Is carbon in the air?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. You see yes.
Yeah.
What? Carbon. No, air is the oxygen, nitrogen.
and
CO2.
CO2, very good. Yes.
And water.
Oh, we can't forget wood. It is not carbon from the root.
Then the phosphor. Phosphor. PNN.
Phosphor,
Phosphor.
he says.
Phosphorus. Phosphorus.
Something.
Just a moment. Phosphorus. You agree?
But it's not part of the photosynthesis.
It's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, it is not a part of it. So, what is taking place is that carbon dioxide and water is converted into what?
Sugar and oxygen.
Sugar and oxygen with the help of sunshine. And then this sugar can be used as food or fuel or whatever.
For other organisms, for example.
Exactly. Maybe it will be eaten by a cow. And it will produce manure. And how can this be recycled? It just goes away.
It dies.
Dies, okay. Dies. And then,
The microorganisms in the soil will eat up the cow and,
okay, eat the cow.
and give the carbon back to the soil
Soil, back to the soil.
and,
Okay.
and the air. Yes.
And there, okay. And this goes here. And then this goes. Now we have a cycle, right? So this is what is called the carbon cycle. And because of this carbon cycle, what's good? What is good? It is renewable. Renewable. Why do we want something renewable? Why can't we use just fossil fuel?
Why?
Why? Yes, you know fossil fuel, right? What is fossil fuel?
Fossil fuels come from the corpse. They're from animals and from a long time ago and it was compressed.
Yes.
And it can provide a lot of energy.
Yes!
Small time, so
Yeah, that's very good, right? It can provide very much energy.
yeah. So but the rate of releasing the carbon is much faster than become the petroleum. So we want to use the renewable carbon cycle to replace this to enhance the carbon cycles, reduce the carbon cycle time.
Reduce the carbon cycle time. So when carbon cycle time is wrong, what's wrong?
The more carbon will become carbon dioxide or other form of carbon and will stay in the air or stay in the soil.
Okay. If it stays in the soil, it's okay, right? Yeah. Okay. So when we're talking of the fossil fuel, there are two big problems, right? Fossil fuels. What are the examples of fossil fuels? Coal. No, coal. Yeah, coal and
Oil.
oil and then
Gas.
gas and then that's it. Anyway, they are from the fossils.
Sensei,
Papa,
could you please write more bigger?
why don't you sleep? Dream!
How do you say? Near Punta.
Okay, both of you. Dream. What is it? Anyway, fossil. It is underground and converted into various fuels such as coal, oil or petroleum, gas, which is natural gas. Other examples include shale gas. shale oil, and so on. These are what we can dig and use. It is high energy, it can provide us large amount of energy. However, because the amount is limited, when we use this up, and when it's gone, we have no more energy. This is what they call depletion. When depletion takes place, we can't live with energy anymore. Or even if it does not go all the way, it is difficult, more and more difficult to get these fuels. Then what happens? Price goes up. Maybe you didn't experience, but in 1970s, there was a big problem about this. You know it, right? It is what it called.
Global warming.
Hey, 1970s.
Oh, 90s.
You are not listening to me. Yes.
Energy
Crisis, or oil crisis, or oil shock, or oil embargo. In any case, Arabian countries started war, and there was the feeling that sooner or later oil will be used up quite soon, and they decided to increase the price of oil, and that made all the world into panic. You couldn't buy anything at usual price. Even the toilet paper was very expensive, and housewives fought each other to get toilet. When oil price went up, all the price went up. Gasoline, and because all the factories were running on oil, all commodities was increased. So depletion is a big problem. So we need something that does not go away. Something we can continuously provide. That's why renewable fuel is very important, as you mentioned. So this is one reason why we raise biomass. But here's another problem. When we burn this, as you know, carbon dioxide produced, and it never goes back. Then there's an accumulation of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Then what happens to it? You are not listening again. Then what happens?
Global warming.
Yes, global warming. When carbon dioxide concentration in the air increases, the temperature of the earth goes up. Why?
Sun rays get trapped in between the atmosphere.
Very interesting, very good. So here is the earth. And here is the sun. And when there's carbon dioxide, what sunshine is?
It's like you can feel like the atmosphere.
Yes, atmosphere.
Yeah. And then the sun rays will bounce from the earth up to the atmosphere, but because there's so much carbons and other gases, that's methane gas and stuff like that, it will bounce back.
Just one. So which means that you're saying that here the reflection of solar sunlight, but it is absorbed by carbon dioxide.
No, it. How should I tell? The sun rays get trapped between the atmosphere and the earth because there's so many carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
So sun ray is trapped.
Yeah, it bounces more, it heats more. And,
Bounce more, heat more. Do you agree? No? You don't agree.
what was trapped was not the sunlight itself, but the sunlight which hit the soil and reflect on it. And there's energy content being emitted to the space.
More heat gets trapped from the sun because there's a lot of material again, carbon dioxide.
When there's a lot of carbon dioxide, sunlight cannot be escaped.
It can, but it will be more heat from the sun.
Also, it means less is escaping.
Eventually everything will escape, but
Do you agree? Mr. Hashimoto? Do you agree? What is global warming? Why does it take place? It's because carbon dioxide trapping the sunlight.
No.
No, why?
Carbon dioxide keeps the temperature, keeps the warming rates.
Keep the temperature. How? How?
Carbon dioxide is stable, so it is remaining for a long time.
Carbon dioxide retains what?
Temperature.
Temperature. Retain temperature. Did you know that carbon dioxide retain temperature? All right. No. No. Okay.
But if there's more materia in the atmosphere, like big carbon dioxide molecules, then more sun will hit these molecules and heat up the nearby air and heat up the atmosphere. So if it's more particles in the atmosphere, more sun ray will be collected to Earth.
Oh. So you're saying that academically, heat capacity increases in atmosphere and it holds heat, and thus it is more collecting heat. Well, actually, you guys know a little bit good, but a little bit not powerful. No, just a moment. First you have to know why the temperature of Earth is constant. Why the temperature of Earth is 25 centigrade. Why the temperature of Earth is 300 Kelvin. Here is the sunshine, which is sending heat to the Earth. Without sunshine, the Earth will be very, very cold ice world. Because of the sunshine, we are very warm. Because sunshine is heating heat, sending heat in the form of light. This heat transfer in the form of light is called radiation. Yeah. So this is what is called radiation heat transfer. So radiation heat transfer takes the form of light, and it reaches the Earth. But as you know, when you receive heat, the temperature goes up. When you receive more sunshine, the temperature of the Earth should be more increasing. But actually, the temperature of the Earth is constant. Why is it? Because the Earth is throwing away the same amount of heat to the space. That's why the temperature of the Earth is constant. Using this, we can find the temperature of the Earth is around 300 Kelvin. The heat transfer in this way from the sun to the Earth and from the Earth to the space, the heat accumulation on the Earth is zero, because 100 comes, 100 goes. Only 0 remains. That's why the temperature of the earth is constant. However, when there's more and more carbon dioxide, what happens? It has nothing, or it doesn't affect to the sunshine. It can just receive, just make the sunshine to come into the earth. However, this heat, which is released from earth, is interfered. Carbon dioxide absorbs this heat and returns part of it to the earth. Why? They are both right. Why it affects only to this and not to this?
Wavelengths is different.
But that?
Wavelengths is different.
Very good. Wavelengths are different. So sunshine has the wavelength of the visible light. But this light with which Earth is throwing heat to space is infrared. So carbon dioxide absorbs infrared and then returns it, part of it to the earth. So when you have more carbon dioxide, this infrared is absorbed and returned. Why? We are receiving the same amount of sunshine. Less heat is thrown away. So accumulation of heat takes place. That's why the temperature of the earth is going up and up and up. This is why global warming is different. Then, what can we do to prevent the global warming? Of course, we have to stop this. That's why you want to stop utilization of fossil fuel. And instead of fossil fuel, what can we use? Yes, very good. I'm glad to have a good student this year. This one. Biomass. Biomass can produce organics that can be used for fuel. And this fuel can be used as bonfire or firewood on the table. And then this produces carbon dioxide also, like this. However, this carbon dioxide can be again used up by photosynthesis. Then look at this air. You have this amount of carbon dioxide coming in, this amount of carbon going out. So there's no accumulation of carbon dioxide. Meanwhile here, carbon dioxide produced. It doesn't go nowhere. Anyway, again produced, doesn't go away. So accumulation of carbon dioxide. So this is the good point of biomass. Biomass doesn't increase the carbon dioxide concentration in the air. And this characteristics is not renewable. This characteristics is called carbon neutral. So we have two reasons why we want to use biomass. One, because it is renewable. Two, because it's carbon neutral. That's why we want to use biomass. But when you are talking about this, the utilization of biomass has to have a good impact on this. For example, if you're using antibiotics, if you are using this amount of carbon, it doesn't affect the whole world. To prevent these kind of problems, energy depletion and global warming, then biomass utilization has to be in large amount. Large amount, which means mass. Bio means from creatures, and large amount, mass. That's why we want biomass. So biomass should be in a mass. It can't be antibiotics. It can't be very small amount. It should be in large amount. That's why organic compounds produced by the activity of living creatures that can be used as fuels or materials. As you know, fossil fuels are mainly used for fuels, and maybe 10% is used for materials. When we use biomass for fuels and materials, we can substitute oil. And then we don't have to use fossil fuels anymore. That's why this definition is. So now you know what is biomass. Let's try. What is biomass?
carbon
No! What is biomass?
organic compounds.
Organic compound?
Renewable
Renewable?
material.
No! Now you remember. What is biomass?
A large amount of organic compounds which is produced by the living creatures.
But we're okay. These are organic compounds produced by the activity of living creatures that can be used as fuels or materials. Remember? Okay. What is biomass?
Organic compounds produced by the activity of living creatures to, which can be made to the fuels and the materials.
Okay. Very good. And there are two reasons why we want to use biomass materiality.
Carbon neutral.
Yes. And
Renewable. Two reasons.
two reasons. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, but that's the
Two reasons.
it's same.
No. Renewable is what is produced, right? Carbon neutral means it does increase. Come back. So for example, think about uranium. You know what uranium is, right? Uranium is used for what?
Or nuclear power.
Exactly. Nuclear power production is based on uranium. Uranium is not renewable, but it is carbon neutral. Because utilization of this does not affect the carbon dioxide concentration. So these two concepts are different. And these are two reasons. Because we want to solve pollution problem and global warming problem. So please be sure about this concept. Oh, I'm so glad. Now you know everything about biomass. What is biomass? You remember, right? Remember, right? Okay. So, now let's start to discuss about the classification. As we have already discussed, there are various kinds of biomass. And when you have various things, it is not quite easy to run all of them and to derive a good discussion considering whole picture. When you want to understand and discuss something, what is very effective is to classify the thing. When you classify the thing, you can have an overall view of what it is, and you will not miss something which is not coming out right on top of your head. For the case of biomass, of course you can do various kinds of classification. The energy content maybe, the color maybe, or where it is from, and so on. But from the various experiments, there is a good way of classification, two good ways of classification of biomass. One is to classify from the viewpoint of utilization. So when you want to use biomass, utilization. So when you are thinking about using biomass, what is most important is moisture content. How much water is inside? When you have dry biomass, like wood, like straw, what can you do?
Burn.
Exactly. However, when you have large amount of water in biomass, like air, algae, food waste, sweat sludge, a lot of water inside. And if you want to buy it, you can buy it. So you have to use it using specific techniques. So you can classify whether it is dry or wet. Or for some biomass, it can be used because the biomass is composed of specific components, like sugar or oil, so other biomass. This is the classification of biomass in terms of utilization. Another classification is from the viewpoint of commercialization. When you're using biomass, you are using biomass to, yes, make money. If you can't make money, your activity can't be sustainable. To make money, you have to think of the business. To make business, where the biomass is coming from is very important. For example, if the biomass is waste, what can I do? I go to you. You have waste biomass. I ask to give me. You are glad to give it to me because it's waste for you. But I can also ask, because I will take care of your waste biomass, please give me the waste treatment fee. And then I get money. Then I produce energy from this biomass and sell it to you. I get money because I sell energy to you. So now I have one, two, double income. So I can make more money and it is easy to commercialize. So waste is most easy biomass to commercialize. But there are some biomass which is not waste, but the person does not need. So for example, when you go to forest, like forest restaurant, and do some cutting for other trees to grow better. This cut tree is not needed at all. But you do not have to throw it away. You can just leave it there. But if I go there and ask for it, it is not necessary for you. You can give it to me. This kind of biomass, what can I do? I ask you, please give it to me. You will give it. But even if I ask the waste treatment fee, you are not paying. I can't get it. But I can produce energy and sell it to you. You are always giving me money. Now it's single income. It is okay, but not as good as waste. This kind of biomass is called unused biomass. The last kind of biomass is to grow. I'm growing biomass for my purpose. So maybe you have the land. I ask you, please rent me a land. I want to grow biomass. You'll be renting me money, but I have to pay for you first. And I grow biomass, and then convert energy, and I sell it to the good person who's already giving me money. So first I pay, and then I get money. And then, if this is larger than the first money, I can make money. In this case, it is called produced. So we can classify biomass from the utilization, drive over to add. From the viewpoint of commercialization, waste or unused or produced. In this way, we can classify the biomass. And we have an overall view what kind of biomass exists. Then, let's classify the biomass. Wood. Is wood dry or wet over others? Dry, yes. Is wood waste or unused produced? Can be whichever. Because wood is wood. So wood is roughly here. Then branch. Is branch dry or wet over others? Basically dry.
Yeah.
Is branch waste or unused or produced? Unused. Usually it is unused. Then algae. Is algae dry or wet or other? Wet. Is algae wet or unused or produced?
Reduce waste.
Algae. Do you have waste algae somewhere?
Yeah.
Unused.
And you can produce it as well if you want to.
Yes. Usually it's produced when you want to do the algae cultivation. Then what about kelp? Dry, wet, others. Kelp.
Where is kelp? Sorry.
Who said kelp? What is kelp? What is kelp? They don't know.
Sea plant.
Sea plant. So is it wet, dry? Wet. And is it wet? Produced. Okay, very good. And then, what about soil sludge? Is it dry or wet or other? Wet. Is it wet? Waste, yes. Sewage. Then, food waste. Is it dry, wet or other? Wet. And is it wet or unused? Of course, food waste. Then, plant oil. Plant oil. Is it dry or wet or other? Other, yes. And then it's waste or used produced? Produced, yes. Plant oil. Then what about grains? Is it
Dry, produced.
dry, wet, other? Dry. You buy grains? You buy grains? No, it's other. Is grain waste? Unused or produced? Produced, very good. Grains. And then shochu residue. Shochu residue. Is shochu residue dry or wet one? Wet. Is it wet or unused or produced? What? Shochu residue produced? We produce shochu residue what? Okay, just one minute. Who knows shochu? Who knows shochu? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't know? 7. You know? You don't know? You sure? You're from also China? Oh, I'm sorry, you have from the country with that biomass qualification. But you know shochu. Very good. What is shochu?
Some kind of alcohol.
Yes, alcoholic beverage. You know, when you want to produce alcohol, you usually use what is called yeast. But yeast producing alcohol will sooner or later die because of the alcohol they produce. So they can't increase the alcohol concentration, usually higher than 20% at most. But we love alcohol. We're much stronger alcoholic liver. But in the nature, we can get only 20%. What can we do to increase the concentration? Well, you boil it, get the vapor, and cool it down. Then you get more alcohol in liquid. You call this process distillation. Distillation produces high concentration alcoholic liquor. So roughly speaking, you have beer, which is produced by barley, from barley. Beer, when you distill it, you get whiskey. When you use grape, what kind of grape do you get? Wine. Yes, of course, wine. When you distill wine, what do you get? Brandy. When you have rice, you have sake. Sake. Japanese sake. Have you tried? Of course. But sake is weak. You distill it and you get shots. Right? So this is shots. Shots is delicious to try. But
How strong?
depends.
Like whiskey and brandy?
Yeah, something like that. Not so much as vodka. So sake is very good. But in that case, when you distill, something left behind. Something from rice. In this case, something from grape. In this case, something from barley. These are distillation waste. Distillation waste from shochu is shochu residue. So shochu residue is wet because it has a lot of water behind, and is produced when you want to get shochu and you don't want this. This is waste. So shochu residue is this wet. Meanwhile, what is sweet sludge? What's sweet sludge?
Dirty waters, something like that.
Dirty water is sweet.
I don't know.
Sweet. You know, when you have dirty water, but then when you are living in the house, you cook, you wash, you have a lot of water which is dirty. Why is it dirty? Because it has organics and nutrition inside. What happens if you throw this away into the river and ocean? Organics and nutrition are here. Then it is a good food for the microorganisms. They are happy because a lot of organics, a lot of nutrition comes. They grow in the number and causes red tide, blue tide, and other problematic phenomena which is called environment problem. So we have to clean it. We have to remove organics and nutrition from water. How can we do it? Very dilute organics and nutrition in the water.
Heat up and get the water away.
Wow! You are really a rich person. We don't have so much energy. Well, what we do is to send this to sewage. And sewage collects all the water, dirty water. And then it comes to the wastewater treatment plant. What do they do there?
Filtration.
With that?
Filtration.
Filtration, of course, but
Chemical.
chemical treatment. Chemical treatment doesn't remove anything.
It doesn't remove anything.
No.
Yes.
Actually, what they're doing is to make microorganisms eat these nutrition and organics. Here's the microorganism, which is eating these nutrition and organics. Then microorganism increases and increases. Of course, when you want to grow this microorganism, it prefers air. So you are sending air from the body. This technology is called active sludge treatment. Active sludge treatment. So microorganism is eating all the nutrition and organics in the liquid phase. And clean water is produced, and they just fed to the river or the sea, so that they don't get nutrition and they don't grow. No red tide, no green tide, no blue tide. Meanwhile, they're happy. They get nutrition, they get organics, and then they increase in number, and finally it gets too much, and you have to take care of it, you have to get rid of it, take away and throw it. This is sewage sludge. So sewage sludge is a microorganism that increases too much by eating the organics and nutrition in dirty water. So sewage sludge is basically microorganisms. Because this is too much part of this active sludge, sometimes it's called excess sludge. Or sewage sludge. So this is what we call sewage. Now let's move here. Animal manure. Animal manure. Is it dry or wet or what?
Wet waste.
Wet waste. Very good. You are getting quick. Okay. Animal manure. Paper mass.
Wet waste as well.
Paper waste. You mean?
It's for in Sweden. When you take the wood and you make paper from it, there's like a paper sludge left for it.
Yeah, exactly. Paper sludge.
Yeah.
Yes. Paper sludge.
But do you think that's produced?
Oh, you're right. Waste, you're right, of course. I got a little bit confused because you are very quick. Paper sludge. Okay. And then leaves. Leaves. Dry, wet, and dry. Leaves. You just waste, right? Leaves. Or maybe I used, I don't know. Garbage. Garbage. Maybe kitchen garbage. Dry, wet, or other. Wet. It's waste, right? Of course. Kitchen garbage. Then, fish waste. Fish waste. Which one? Wet waste. Very good. Fish waste. And then, night soil. Human manure. Wet waste, you're right. Night soil. And then, forest leftover. Forest leftover.
Dry use.
Very good. Forest leftover. And then, agricultural crop.
Dry produced.
You buy agricultural crops.
Yeah, crops.
Crops is very, very precious thing.
Is it other?
Yes.
What What do you mean with the other?
Other.
Dry, wet, and other.
Other is what is not burned, what is not wet, and can be used for specific purpose. And then, rust. Dry or wet or
dry.
dry, right? Waste, I use, what?
Got waste.
Wet, okay, rust. Maybe you mowing machine and waste away. Anyway, slaughter stuff, which one? You know slaughter? You know slaughter? You know slaughter?
Wet waste.
Yeah, you're right. But Japanese students are not know the word slaughter. Okay. You love beef steak, right? Beef steak is very delicious. You need meat of what? Meat of cow, meat of ox. But for the purpose, you have to kill the cow and get meat. To kill that kind of feedlot is called slaughter. In the slaughterhouse, they kill animals, they take meat, and left over is waste. Slaughter stuff. Oh, this looks to be almost empty. Let's discuss a little bit more. What can be dry waste? Other dry waste biomass. Usually, wood is the thing. Where does wood come from? One is when you produce lumber. You are changing this round wood into square period. Then you have this round, you take this part and you get this waste. Also, when you saw it, there's a sawmill. When you use planer, there's a planer dust. These are all waste. This kind of thing is called sawmill residue. Sawmill residue. It includes sawdust, planer dust, and so on. Also, maybe not in your country, but in Japan, we build house with wood. When it is old enough, you break down. And this wood can be used as waste. This is called demolition waste. On the other hand, when you build a new house, you bring this kind of lumber and then you cut there and you get some waste coming out. Construction waste. Then what are the unused dry biomass? It's better for restaurant. But another idea is about rice production. When you produce rice, you get only grains. What are the other parts? What is the other part? When you grow rice, you take a grain, what is left behind? You don't know the English. From which country are you?
I'm from Taiwan.
Taiwan. 你知道. So what is it? You are from Thailand, you know it. Of course you're right.
Rice plant, like, what do you call it?
We call it straw.
Straw, okay.
Rice straw.
Mm.
And when you have grain, you take rice inside and the surround. Yes, very good, rice husk. Please, you have to improve your English skills. Yeah, 谢谢一个人。Okay, and then what are produced driver? We produce, for example, wood. How do we produce? Maybe fast-growing trees. For example, Japanese paper companies are growing wood in other countries. Something like acacia and so on, which grows very fast. And they cut it, bring back to Japan, make paper. So, this is one of the examples. Also, another idea is short rotation forestry. Again, you're using fast-growing trees, such as willow. What you do is to have a land where you're going. And maybe it takes 6 years for sprout to grow tree. Then you make this into 6 sprouts. First year, you plant it. Second year, this grows a little bit and you plant here. Third year, this grows further better, this grows a little bit, you plant here. Fourth year, this grows further, this grows a little bit more, this grows better, you plant here. Fifth year, you grow much better, this is better, this is increasing, this is a little bit, this you plant here. Sixth year, this is ready to cut, harvest, this is increasing, this is better, a little bit, this is, and then you plant here and cut here and harvest. Next year, you plant here, harvest here, and all other things. In this way, rotationally, you can grow. This is what we call short rotation forestry. Again, fast-growing trees are also used. Also, what you do is to grow grasses, which grows very fast. So, in the case, fast-growing grasses. Oops. Fast-growing grasses include lemongrass or miscanthus. And I forgot the name. They use something TH. Well, there's various kinds of grasses that can grow fast. Okay, so these are produced. The wet one. Wet waste, you have a lot already. Then, what is wet unused biomass?
Maybe if you tackle eutrophication that you try to explain there, you can take algae and stuff that already grows because of the eutrophication and then you can use it.
Yes. That is one of the possibilities. But what we usually think about is this. You know, in Thailand, there's a cycle over there. In Thailand, you will have, they have rivers which they use for the transportation. But here is a water plant that grows very fast. The way it grows, the a boat can go through. So they move away, put it into the lake, and make it doesn't come out. These are there. If you want, you can use, but you don't have to. That is water HiCE in Thailand. Of course, the any grasses that is growing around there can be used. Although the example is not obvious. Wet produced algae and kelp. These are, and these days algae, the microalgae are already discussed. This is macroalgae, this is microalgae. Macro and micro. Then what about other weight biomass? Other weight biomass. It can be used for specific purpose, but it's weight. Example is bagasse. Do you know bagasse? You know bagasse? When you produce sugar, what do you produce sugar for?
For
What do you use to produce sugar? What is the plant that produces sugar?
I don't know the English word, sorry.
Oh my goodness. Nichitana?
Sugar cane.
You're very good. Sugar cane.
Yeah.
Cane, yes. So what happens is this. You grow sugar cane. This sugar cane has sugar in the stalk. Or actually juice, it's juice. What you do is to squeeze the stalk and get the sugar juice. Then, what is left behind after squeezing? You have to throw it away. That's the balance. I just know, bagasse is here. It is dry waste, bagasse. Meanwhile, as for this one, after squeezing, you get sugar juice. What do you do with this? You heat it, and then evaporate water, and then you get the crystals of sugar coming out. This is sugar. And then what do you do with this liquid? You heat it again. You get more sugar coming out. But it's not as white as this. This is white sugar. This is not white. This is dark. You get brown sugar. What do you do with this liquid? You heat it again. You get more coming out, black sugar. Then what do you do with this? You can't do anything. You just throw it away. But it contains large amount of sugar inside. So if you want, you can use this to produce ethanol. This is what we call molasses. Molasses. Sometimes I'm not sure about the molasses. I feel 2 L's, molasses. Right? Am I correct? Graham, you are from Thailand, you know molasses. M-O-L-L? L-N, A-S-E, okay. Molasses. And this is the field which Thailand is using to produce ethanol. In Thailand, there are many sugar factories. And after sugar production, they use molasses. They use this to produce ethanol. Because it is sugar, they can produce ethanol. If it is usual waste, you can't produce ethanol. Because this is sugar, you can produce. So this is molasses. What about other unused biomass? Other unused. One possibility is what is called landfill gas. Do you know what landfill gas is? Before that, do you know what landfill is? I know in your country, in Japan we do not do that, but for some countries, they put waste underground without incineration, just underground. Then what happens is that they are decomposed by the microorganisms without air. When it is with air, microorganism produces water and carbon dioxide. But when there's no air, it produces methane, yes, and carbon dioxide. This methane can be just living away, and you don't have to do anything. But if you want to correct it, you can correct methane and use the fuel. This is right here. Other produced includes plant oil such as palm oil, grains such as corn and so on, and agricultural crops such as cassava. These days, in turn, they are producing ethanol from cassava. Okay, so now you understand. The classification is very useful to have an overview of what we are talking about. And now you are very easy to understand what kind of biomass is. For utilization, right, and commercialization, where and is produced. Okay, so now it is done. We have only 5 minutes. So